welcome to On the Couch. I'm Maria Brasco.
And I'm Benny Pinella, and we have a fun show for you today, as we will be sitting down with the Wounded Warrior 5K and head football coach Jay Accorsi to talk about the Be the Match registry.
Cancer does not sleep for anybody, and neither do we.
For the past 10 years at Rowan University has hosted the Relay for Life to raise money in the fight against cancer. The event is over 12 hours and kicks off with a survivor lap around the track.
In studio with us today is the president and the vice president of Colleges Against Cancer, Liz and Jill. Thank you guys so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
So you want to tell us a little bit about it? It's April 17th that we have the Relay for Life. It's going to be held in the Rec Center. Tell us some of the things we'll be expected to see.
Well, we start with an opening ceremonies, and President Hushman is actually going to kick off our inspiration lap around 7 o'clock. And throughout the night, there's various other ceremonies. We have a Luminaria ceremony, a Fight Back ceremony, and participants can be looking forward to a silent auction, a midnight scavenger hunt across campus, racquetball tournaments, volleyball tournaments, and the likes.
Some of the things you were saying earlier before we were shooting was that the whole point of this is that because cancer doesn't sleep, cancer doesn't care who you are, what you are, it just happens. So talk a little bit about how you guys, the whole point of you guys staying up for 12 hours and doing this type of event, the importance of it, I guess you would say.
The whole point for us doing this is to bring back the reason that cancer doesn't sleep, so we're not going to. So we have all these fun activities planned to keep people going, keep things moving, fundraising, and just to encourage people to not stop and to keep fighting. And it's also to encourage the survivors to not stop fighting as well.
And why is it important to you? Like, I know you talked about your sister.
Yeah, so my sister was in charge of it for 2 years. She actually did it while she was in a wheelchair. Wow. She was battling a lot of health issues, so she inspired us to step up and take her place. And then I've had, all my grandparents have suffered from some form of cancer. All have beaten it, but I know a little boy who's 4 years old right now that's suffering from leukemia. So it's a really important cause to me and our entire committee.
I feel like so many people too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It hits home for a lot of people.
It really has become a disease that affects just about everyone in everyone's life. Some of the big stories from the relay over the past couple of years. Two seniors in 2013, that co-chaired the 9th relay, set a goal for $70,000. They were Stephanie Katoris and do not know the other one's name, but they organized the event on behalf of their high school friend who had brain cancer. How these stories inspired you?
Well, I think we actually haven't heard that particular story because this was before our time, but I think they inspired us. Any story inspires us. Like currently we have a 2-time survivor on our committee, and any story like that inspires us to keep going. Like we all have our personal connections, and a lot of times in our committee we stop for a moment and we share our stories as to why we do this to keep us motivated.
We've been following a little girl on Facebook from northern New Jersey, and kind of pairing up with her parents to see what we can do for her. We send her care packages, we've drawn her cards, they're hanging around her room, and at our event we're actually going to have a lap in her honor. So it's little stories like that that keep us going.
Yeah, I actually had a chance, I don't know if you guys saw in the news, Devin Still, his daughter, Leah, had cancer. And I think one of the things too is, I mean, they're very fortunate that he is an NFL player, so they do have the money. But this money that will be raised, you guys are looking to raise $50,000, which is a lot of money, and that goes to the American Cancer Society. So what are it's $20 to enter. What ways are you going to raise this money?
Well, we have done registration events in the past. Last week we had the Paint the Campus Purple event, which was in the pit in the Student Center, and it was just a chance for people to sign up. Our registration fee was actually $10 initially, and then 2 weeks prior to our event, so April 3rd, it jumped up to $20. But at our event, we're also going to have vendor tables. Organizations can sign up and do bake sales and stuff like that. We have t-shirts. They're red. They have Carnival because our theme is Carnival for a Cure this year, so you can buy a t-shirt. And we also have Luminaria bags, which will be presented at our Luminaria ceremony. And they're white paper bags that you can decorate for someone that you've lost to cancer or to honor someone that has been struggling or fighting. And those are also $10, and all proceeds go to the American Cancer Society.
You've talked about the survivor lap. You talked about the lap that you're going to have for the little girl from North Jersey's honor. What are some of your personal favorite moments from relays in the past?
My favorite is Luminaria ceremony, hands down. It's when we turn off all the lights and all the Luminaria bags are lit up, and we change the word hope that's written in Luminaria bags to cure. And it's just a nice moment where we all play a song and we walk together, and then we walk in silence to honor those who passed. And it's a nice moment because you can see by the number of bags how many people have suffered just in our community.
I think for me, opening ceremonies is my favorite, just because I'm so anxious to get the event started, and you can see like everyone's excitement when you're like looking at it from the stage. And it's also a chance for the survivors who are attending our event to have that one walk where it's them alone and everyone's applauding them and stuff like that. And it's just, I don't know why, but it gives me chills just thinking about it.
I mean, hearing you both talk, hearing your voice was cracking a little bit. It seems like
I
it's
get
very
emotional.
emotional for you. Why is it so? Why does it hit home for you? I mean, you seem so passionate.
Yeah, I'm very passionate about it. I do crack. I get so emotional thinking about cancer. Currently, my aunt has breast cancer. She just had a double mastectomy. My grandfather has had prostate cancer. My grandma's had cervical cancer and uterine cancer. And we have a friend, she had brain cancer when she was 13. A lot of people. A lot of people.
And it's really nice that you, as a vice president, you get to do these things that benefit so many people. You guys already have 750 people to sign up.
Yeah.
And you said it's easy too, so you don't need to come right when the event starts. You can come at 4 a.m. They said, come at 4 a.m.
Yep.
They don't care. Do the yoga. So you have yoga. What other things do you guys have, though?
Zumba. We have Zumba around 9:15,
Oh, wow.
I believe.
Yeah.
We have a yoga instructor this year. We have various bands from Rowan. One of the dance teams is coming. So in the midst of all the activities that you can participate with your team, you can also sit there and watch these incredible people just get up on stage and do their thing.
And I mean, for me, I love dancing, but I stink at it. But that sounds like fun, being able to do Zumba. And I mean, because it is such a heavy subject, cancer is, but be able to still bring like happiness and fun to it. I think it's a really, really awesome cause that you guys are doing.
Last year at like 3 o'clock a.m., our committee got together and we were doing the Cotton Eye Joe and the electric slide just in the middle of the
Electric slide, that's mine.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have been preparing for this since August.
Yeah.
So once it's happened, you're like, yes, it's finally here. We did it. We've accomplished this.
Yeah. These next 2 weeks are like crazy for us. We've been together every day working on decorations and stuff. So.
Especially you hit before the show that there's probably what 30, 35 members in the group. That's a lot to plan for an entire relay, especially something this big.
It's crazy. I can't believe how much we've accomplished, and I mean it's a long time, but in such a short time for us, and I think it's going to be great.
I don't think words could describe how proud we are of our subcommittee, of our entire committee, the way we organize things, the way they don't stop. And it's really nice.
And so social media is huge just in everything. So people can find you guys on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and it's, I believe you said, on Instagram it's Rowan for Relay for Life, and it's the actual word for.
Yep.
And then on Twitter it's Rowan Relay, the number 4 for life. So people, as they're coming to this event, check in, tweet that you're here, tell your friends. Because you want to spread the news. This is such a great cause.
And this year we actually applied for a Snapchat geofilter. So
Did you get it?
Yes, yes we did.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's
while
so
you were in
exciting.
Glassboro on the 17th, you'll be able to swipe, and it says it's a purple cancer ribbon, and it says "No one fights alone."
Yeah.
How do you guys go about doing that? I know this is off topic, but that's so cool.
You just apply. There's a link.
Yeah.
If you go onto the Snapchat website, you can find it right there.
And you just have to make your own filter.
Wow.
But, yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah, we were excited
Got
about
no
that.
excuse. No excuse not to go to this now, right? It'll be all over Snapchat, all over social media. You don't want to miss out on this event. Got it?
Thank you, Jill and Liz, very much for coming onto the show today. Nothing quite hits home like cancer. It's affected all of our lives. So, Rowan students, please get out there.
April 17th.
April 17th, and support the Rowan Relay for Life. And we'll be right back after a short break here on the Couch.